I'm going to talk about what we have learnt from our audience feedback. In order to get audience feedback, the first thing we done was set out a questionnaire to get a rough idea of where we should go with this idea, what the audience would prefer and who our main audience will be. We gave the questionnaire to 20 females and 20 males, so we can get a balanced view on what both genders want, and so this wasn't biased, as we have targeted both genders to be interested in our teaser trailer. We asked people for their ages. This ranged from 10 to 14, 15 to 20, 21 to 25 and 26 plus. From this, we found out that the most popular audience was ranging from 15 to 20. This is now our target audience. However, because there were 3 other age groups, we could see how views and opinions varied according to age, thus helping us with our teaser trailer and what should be in it. Our questions were based on slightly different versions of our main idea for the teaser trailer. One of the questions were about the build-up to the main event. We asked whether we should show the characters first, see a chase between the characters in the beginning, or build up to the main event without giving away who our characters are. The most popular response, with 44%, was a build-up to the main event without showing any characters until the end. We as a group learnt that this is what the audience wanted, so we should be steering towards this. We then asked questions about the storyline. We had 5 ideas of what our storyline could be. 3 of these linked together, which were as follows: clones taking over the world, disease and zombies wiping out the entire human race, and the last man on Earth. We then added 2 more ideas, which we were willing to do if our audience liked them, but were not our main idea. These were aliens taking over the world and a mass robbery. From our audience, we learned that the most popular storyline, which will interest the audience, was the last man on Earth. We were happy with this as it was our initial idea. The reason we asked about different storylines was because we wanted to see which would connect and interest the targeted audience the most. We wanted our teaser to be what the audience wanted to see, so it can be successful. We also asked questions about the gender of the main character and what the costume should be. We learned that 77% of people said that they wanted to see a male as the main leading character rather than a woman. The results, according to what the main character should wear, were also all about male clothing rather than female clothing. They wanted the main male character to wear black combats with a white t-shirt and a leather jacket. We left this as an open question so we can get as many varied responses as possible, and in every answer the audience had said the main character should be wearing combats. Another way we gathered audience feedback to learn what they wanted was when we made our first cut of the teaser trailer. We played this to fellow media students who were of our age range of 15 to 20 and asked them what we should do to improve this.
I think go back to your research and look at all the action type of music you would have. Cause because this is too much like a different genre. That sets a different genre to me. It was like, oh, action, but I didn't know that from the sound. Are you not going to use visual text to help narrate your trailer?
Yeah.
Awesome.
The other thing is we go from London to Heston and then we go back to London. So it's a long chase.
And also that Viom shot was a long shot when it was just off the mask.
I don't know Viom is looking at Viom. I know a guy in a gas mask is looking at Viom, but I haven't seen Viom's face to know it's the same person.
That's the point I was going to make. You got to make it clearer in the costume, you know, because the close-up of Viom's mask doesn't show what he's wearing or anything, so you can't really tell.
We know what Viom looks like.
Yeah, that's the only reason why we can tell.
He has to either take his mask off at the end or he puts it on at the beginning. Something where we have to see his face.
Yeah, you have to see his face.
Yeah.
At the time we had no soundtrack. The feedback they gave us were about how long our establishing shots should be. They told us to make them longer, to delete some scenes of our chase as this would make it look better. Also, from the audience feedback, we learned that our storylines did not flow well and it was hard to understand. Our audience then suggested to add text explaining the main concept and that this will follow the conventions of a teaser trailer. From the audience feedback, we learned that we should have a fast-paced, dramatic chase-like soundtrack and this would add tension and suspense. From our audience feedback, we learned that to add a dramatic shot to the audience, it should be filmed in London, as this is going to be a blockbuster and London is a well-recognised city. Also, this would have more of an effect if it is based in London, as it is known to be such a busy and buzzing place. But in our shots, it's empty, portraying that as the end of the human race, adding an eerie suspense to it.
We also got audience feedback from social networking sites such as Facebook. These are our comments.
Furthermore, we got audience feedback for our magazine cover. From this, we learned that our main image had to be a strong close-up, rather than our original image of a full-body view of our main character. We were then told from our audience to change our background to a Union Jack, as the theme is in apocalyptic London. We done this and showed it to our audience again. They then told us to change the colours so it matches with the colour theme of our poster and trailer. This audience feedback meant a great deal to us, as it helps us to better ourselves and our idea to make it as effective and great as possible, thus improving the teaser trailer, making it enjoyable for the audience, as they are who will want to watch it and be interested in it. We have learned that without audience feedback, our product may not have worked, as our idea for what the audience wanted were different. Also, having fresh eyes look over our work can only improve the quality and standard. Thank you. Now we're going to see what the public thought of our
I've just seen your teaser trailer, and I think it's a very good one because the good thing about it is the shots and angles. It really matches the whole disaster movie genre. I mean, the locations of the empty city reminds me of 28 Days Later and films like that. I think the music is very good as well because as the tempo builds up, the tension grows. I guess the bad thing about it is the text at the beginning is too fast and you can't really read it, so you might get confused with the storyline. And I think one thing you can improve on is the chase scene. I mean, I don't really get what the chase scene is about, so maybe instead of another more interesting scene apart from that, but overall it's a good teaser trailer.